Hello adventurers! Are you looking for the most epic visit to the USS? Then this video is for you. Today I'll be ranking all the top attractions, share with you the best visiting route, and answer your burning questions like is it worth getting the express pass and where is the best place to get cheap tickets. After this video, you'll be a USS expert who knows just how to get the most out of your time and money. Let's begin. The USS is split into 7 distinctly themed zones. When you first enter USS, you'll be in the Hollywood. This is the recreation of the streets of Los Angeles. At the Pantages, you get to watch a live-action musical show. At the moment, they are showing the Trolls, but they will change it up every few years. In a glance, I would think this is more suitable for children rather than for adults looking for thrill and excitement. Other than the Pantages, most of the other buildings here are gift shops. And you have the New York. There's the Spaghetti Space Chase ride. It's about 3 minutes. If you came here with family and with children, this might be the perfect ride for you. The coolest attraction in New York is the Lights, Camera, Action. This is where you watch firsthand how non-CGI movie used to look like. You'll be thrown into a scene to experience what it's like to be in a Category 5 hurricane. For the unique perspective that this attraction offers, I would give this a 4.5 out of 5 and definitely will recommend. And the best part is, it's indoor, air conditioned, and there's no problem what you can bring inside the attraction. And the Sci-Fi City, home of the Transformers and 2 of the biggest rides in the whole park, the Battlestar Galactica, Human, and Cylon. There you go. They are extensive and twisting rail tracks are impossible to miss. The concept is actually very interesting. You ride on the human spaceship and then fight the Cylon spaceship. I read that they used to sync the rides so that it looks very nice when you watch from outside. But for now, they just go as and when they are filled. The human spaceship goes very, very fast. And for the Cylon ship, you'll be dangling upside down at least 5 times. I think you can hear it from my excitement already. Both the human and Cylon spaceship rides gets a 5 out of 5. Whoa. I'm sure they'll agree, but if you don't like scary, fast-moving rides, you'll have to skip this too. The only downside is no loose articles is allowed, so even your phone and wallet will have to be stored in the locker. But don't worry, there's a locker right beside the attraction. And there's also the accelerator. You get inside this yellow circular seats that will spin around and around and around and around. Personally, I don't really like spinny ride, so this is a 2 out of 5 for me. Do you want to take a ride in a Transformer? Transformers The Ride. It's a 4D ride. There was one scene, there's an explosion, there's hot air. It felt very realistic. For the simplicity, but the excitement in it, I would give this 4 out of 5. It's super kid-friendly and senior-friendly because you basically are very contained within a very safe car. And the ancient Egypt, where you visit the time of the pharaohs. This is actually my favorite ride in the whole park. It's the Revenge of the Mummy. Other than having the most epic entrance gate, this ride has got a very gripping storyline. You follow a hero to lift the curse of the mummy. The ride itself is also spectacular. You get to a very high speed, and at one point, I don't know if I want to spoil this for you, but just know that, woo, you might be on a reversal. Suffice to say, this ride is a 5 out of 5 for me. If you can only go to one ride in your visit to USS, take this one. Similarly, the biggest downside here is that you cannot carry your bag, so you need to rent a locker. There's also this treasure hunter car ride. Basically, you get on a self-driving car. It will just follow the track. You might be able to spot nice Egypt-style decor, but it's super slow. I don't remember enjoying it that much when I went. Oh, hi! Hi, I don't know why they're waving at me. Hello! If you like excitement, I recommend to skip this ride. For me, personally, it's a 1.5 out of 5. But okay, maybe if you bring children or seniors who enjoy sitting and a slow ride, this is perfect for you. And the Lost World, where you get transported into the world of the Jurassic Park. Ooh, ooh. I like the decor and the theme here. It's excellent. Damn, the eggs are hot. One of the most popular, the Rapids Adventure. You get on this yellow raft and it will bring you around a water course. It's like a water roller coaster really. This is my favorite part where you get a big drop. It's a hit or miss whether you get wet, because if the boat swishes around, the water does get onto the boat. They really know how to make money. Outside of the Rapids Adventure, they sell raincoats for $6 a piece. But if you don't buy the raincoat and you get wet, right, there's this human-sized dryer that costs you $5 if you want to dry out. They'll still squeeze you out of your money. So if you're planning to get on the Rapids Adventure, I recommend bringing your own raincoat or a rain jacket to save you the $5 to $6. It's actually one of the more exciting rides here. I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Next, how about soaring above the park?
My favorite part about a Canopy flyer is that you get to be up high above, so you get a good view of the whole place, and the wind is very comforting. You also go on quite a high speed. It's very enjoyable. It's not as scary also, very kid friendly. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I'm not really a fan of a ride that goes round and round, but I gotta give credits to this dinosaur because you can actually control if you want to go up or down. Some people are flying higher while some just sit down and enjoy the ride. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. If you watch a lot of movies, you might remember this title called Waterworld. Here in the USS, you can watch the theatrical stage version. Today, they are closed for maintenance, so I can't show you much. But I've been there a few times before, and I can remember the story, the theatrics were all top-notch. So definitely a 4.5 out of 5, I will recommend. And the kingdom of far, far away, where you can find Shrek, love, and life. It's all ogre now. In the Shrek 4D, you sit in a very special chair, and on top of watching the Shrek movie, you also get a lot of special effects such as blowing and water spraying. It's pretty cool. For that, it gets a 4 out of 5. And it's also air-conditioned.
Next, you can watch Donkey doing stand-up comedy at the Hooks nightclub.
It was interesting to watch a live performance by Donkey, but I find the jokes don't really land and it wasn't that engaging. That was a 2 out of 5 experience.
It's a waste of time.
But the aircon is really good.
Yeah.
And the Enchanted Airways, where you ride on top of a dragon. At some parts you get quite fast, you can feel the thrilling acceleration, but at the same time, it's not as scary, so definitely still child-friendly. And for that, the Enchanted Airways gets a 4 out of 5. There is another ride inside the gift shop. It's an indoor Ferris wheel called the Magic Potion Spin. Honestly, I don't know how it works, because I was standing there watching this ride for 50 minutes. All I see was the ride attendant loading and unloading each of the pod. I don't think it's a very wise way to spend your time, and it doesn't even look that fun. So the Magic Potion Spin gets a 1.5 out of 5.
Still in Far, Far Away, join Puss in Boots in an adventure up the giant bean sprout.
The Giant Journey has some good parts where you can enjoy very good speed from a good height. It's not as scary, so very suitable for people who don't really like that adrenaline high and for children. So this gets a 3.5 out of 5. This last area used to be Madagascar. Do you remember the talking animals and the lemurs dancing? I like to move it. But these banana-obsessed yellow Tic Tacs have taken over. So as of 14th of February 2025, this is now Minion Land. Losing Madagascar is not a big deal. My biggest pain is losing Shrek's swamp house. It was such a nice house, even complete with the outdoor toilet. Reminds me a lot of the Shrek intro. There are 3 main rides in the Minion Land. The Minion Mayhem, which I think is the most exciting out of the 3. Basically, you're going on a journey to become a minion. It's another 4D style ride, definitely worth a shot. And you have the Silly Swirly. It's exactly like the Dinosauring, but minion themed. Another spinning ride that I don't have much sympathy for. And number 3, the Buggy Woogie, which is a minion themed carousel. I really don't know why they added 2 spinny rides in one zone. I wish there's more variety. Similarly, I don't think this ride is very fun, but maybe it's because of my childhood trauma. When I was in kindergarten, I was playing at the playground with my friends. There was this circular platform with bars that spins. The young me got on, held onto the bars, while my friends put their heart and soul into spinning me to the moon. By the end of the ordeal, I couldn't even stand. I had severe headaches and was extremely nauseated. That's why each time I see a spinning ride, I'll be like, nope, I do not want to relieve that level of discomfort. And now, let me channel my years of experience to share with you the ideal route to get the most out of your time in the USS.
Which is built on these essential hacks.
Right off the bat, the easiest way to save time and money in the USS is to bring as little things as possible.
Although you still need to stow your bags and phones before getting on the big boy rides like the Battlestar Galactica and the Mummy, in other rides, you're allowed to carry your bag into your seat. But the seats aren't that spacious either. So the smaller your cargo, the better your car goes.
Save money from the locker rent, and you don't have to keep going in and out of the locker.
And the most important trick is to skip lunch. I'm not asking you to starve. Hear me out. The biggest problem that you want to avoid at lunchtime in USS is the 1,000 other visitors trying to get their lunch. You might find yourself being stuck in a long line queuing to buy overpriced food that you might not even get a table to eat on. Here's how you can avoid this living nightmare of a lunch. Step 1. Bring your own food. However, the park don't actually allow bringing in outside food and drinks. So, to make this work, you should only bring small and compact food such as sandwiches or granola bars. If they can fit into your pocket, that's even better. Because step 2, you can easily have your lunch break while you're queuing up or in many of the sheltered areas around the park. Step 3, profit. This can easily save you 1.5 hours because you don't have to find a food place to go and you don't have to queue up to buy your food. With this time savings, you can score 2 to 3 more rides because when everyone else is queuing up for lunch, you're out there riding.
If you want to get on your favorite rides, but you don't want to queue, here's a secret that you can follow.
The queue waiting time peaks around 11 to 1 p.m. with a slight dip from 1 to 2 p.m. due to lunchtime before peaking again at 3 p.m. then sharply falling off at 5 p.m.
Because either people have not arrived to the park or, look, just like now, everybody is trying to get home.
As a result, between 10 to 11 and after 5 p.m., you're essentially getting a free express pass. Speaking of express pass,
Is it worth getting an express pass here?
well, for $100 on top of your $80 ticket, you get to skip the queue all the way to the front, saving you hours and hours of queuing up.
I'm not gonna lie, feels good to be walking past all the queues.
Especially if you get to avoid crazy waiting times. Using the Express Pass is super easy. After purchase, you'll get this barcode. In front every ride, just show this barcode to the ride attendant, who will then let you in onto the express queue. Yes, there is still a queue, but this is way shorter than the non-express queue. Sometimes instantaneous. For attractions that are show-based, the Express Pass holders also get to enter the theater first, which is a great benefit because let's say the queue would have totally filled up all the sittings. But as an Express Pass holder, you will get into the express queue, which will still grant you an entry. You just have to pray that there aren't that many people who bought the Express Pass. Given its magical powers and privilege, you can easily save 30 minutes to 1 hour per ride, especially during peak hours. It's excellent for people who want to see a lot more in very little time. In summary, with the Express Pass, you can cover the whole of USS in half a day at any time of the day. However, rest assured, you don't need the Express Pass to have a good day at the USS. In fact, I have just the perfect route for you to follow that you can get the least queue and the maximum fun.
By the way, USS is not paying me a single cent to make this video. But it's okay, because I'm making this video so that you can have the best experience while you visit here. So I just ask you for one favor, please leave a like so that more people can find this guide. Thank you very much.
Without further ado, let me take you to the ultimate USS route. The grand plan is to hit all of the popular rides while the queue time is the shortest. So start your day early, get to the Universal Globe by 9:45 a.m. Past the gates, immediately head to the Sci-Fi City. Go straight and turn right. Keep following the main path until it feels like the future. You really cannot get lost if you just follow the huge twisting roller coasters. I strongly recommend ignoring everything else on the way, such as taking pictures, sightseeing, because all of that you can do without queuing up. Please do not go shopping at this time. We have rides to take. Now, in the Sci-Fi City, we're gonna hit up the Battlestar Galactica, the Human, and the Cylon. Also hit Transformers 4D. Next, walk towards the Egyptian statues and get on the Revenge of the Mummy. I have to tell you again, this is my favorite ride, so after you take this, leave a comment in this video, tell me if you like it. Next, spot the dinosaurs and walk through the gates of Jurassic Park into the Lost World. If you brought your raincoats, this is the time to take them out because we're getting on the Rapids adventure. Even if you get a bit wet here, it's okay because we're gonna take the Canopy flyer, which surely help to dry out your clothes. Check the time, because we cannot miss the 1:15 p.m. Water World show. If it's not yet time, hang around in the Lost World, take a break or have your lunch here. From this point onwards, you can let loose a little bit, enjoy the sceneries, take a few photos, because around this timing, the queue wait duration is usually the longest, so there's no point rushing around anymore. Next, travel to the kingdom of far, far away, which is just next door. The sun will be very hot right now. That's why we're gonna hit up the Shrek 4D show first, followed by the Minion Mayhem in the next zone, the Minion Land. Afterwards, hopefully the sun isn't trying to kill you anymore, because we're going back to the far, far away to get to the Enchanted Airways and the Puss in Boots Giant's Journey. This is actually my favorite zone. It really brings me to the tale of once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away. And now we're actually very near to where we started, at the Hollywood. Get inside the lights, camera action by Steven Spielberg and experience the world of movie special effects before CGI. And ta-da! You've just experienced the full range of the best rides in the USS. But wait, you're not done yet. It's probably close to 5 p.m. now. If you liked any particular ride and want to experience it again, this is the perfect time to encore, because the rest of the crowd are starting to go home, which means no queue. In one of the visits, I rode the Revenge of the Mummy 10 overtimes just before closing. I was almost lip-syncing to each line in the ride. But if you've had your fill of adrenaline, there is more to USS than just the rides. Let me show you. One thing that I super appreciate about the USS is their attention to details. You can find a lot of immersion in all of these theme zones, which gives you an extra layer of things to do. So go ahead, explore every nook and cranny, appreciate every thought and detail that is put into each of the theme zones. Personally, I loved the neighborhood behind lights, camera action, the streets of New York, the whole of ancient Egypt, and again, the kingdom of far, far away. Their immersion goes deep. Even the gift shops and the food courts are in theme. It wouldn't be hard for you to guess that I'm in the Lost World gift shop. I've been to a theme parks where the gift shops just anyhow sell all kinds of things. So I really appreciate the immersion is kept within each theme. Although I despise the prices of the food stuff here, the food court venues are very hard not to love. This is the coolest food hall here. That side over there reminds me of the kitchen raptor scene. If you know, you know. It's definitely worth your while to come in to rest a little bit in the air condition and enjoy the sights. They even sell porridge in the Goldilocks restaurants in Far, Far Away. How about meeting your favorite fictional characters in person? The USS actually have a lot of meet and greet sessions in every zone at various timings. But personally, I feel this is the lousiest part of USS. The meet and greet session itself is good. You can meet Shrek and Fiona, Gru and Lucy, Poe and Tigress, and even raptors from the Jurassic Park. But it's so difficult to find their timings online. The only way to look them up is to look at the physical signboard at the meet and greet area, or download the USS app and check the timing per event. As a guest, I would really love it if I can just refer to a timeline or a timetable compared to my current time on location, so that I can easily refer to what are the upcoming meet and greet sessions that I can attend. It's not that difficult to do. I can do it on my own. But the annoying thing is, they say that the meet and greet timing do change over time. So I rather they do it for us. In each meet and greet session, the characters will parade around before settling down and inviting the crowd for a photo op. Don't be shy to get in line for photos, especially if it's your favorite character. Now, where can you find the cheapest tickets to the USS? Tickets are only sold online. In the main website, they sell weekday tickets at $83 and weekend tickets at $85. But I always find better price when booking via Klook, which I have a discount code that can get you further 10% off your ticket, possibly scoring you a ticket for about $73. And this is also the best way to support this channel, because I'll get a small commission for each bookings made via my affiliate link at no additional cost to you. So, thank you very much. Actually, the most important information is how to get to USS. The easiest and the cheapest way is to take the Purple Line train to Harbourfront, get out of the station via exit C, and walk towards bus stop number 4. Just in front of the bus stop, there's a small fenced area where you can get on the RWS 8 shuttle bus. For the price of $1, the bus will ferry you all the way to the Resorts World station where USS is. And when getting back, you can take the same bus from where they dropped you off to get back to Harbourfront for free. But if you want to explore more of the island, there is also a beautiful walking route along the Sentosa boardwalk, which is suitable for an evening stroll. For a text version of this guide, check out the link in the description. And for my YouTube channel members, I've built an exclusive map that you can download and print to help you on your visit.
And congratulations! You are now a USS expert, ready to get the most out of your time and money on your next visit. But if you want to get the most out of your time in Singapore, you need to check out this next video over here. I'll see you there.